buffer is going live, or if it's going live. You're live. I think I'm live. Concurrent view. Oh, there's a lot of people here. There's a lot of people. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hi. Hi. It's going to be my mirror for today. I hope that's okay. I'm going to go back to the studio and bring a proper mirror another day. So I think we're live. Yeah, I'm going to just shut down my view of myself and just to keep an eye on the chat. So yeah, I can see there's a lot of people already here. Hey, how are you doing? Matthew is here. Time Studio is here. Taj Salid is here. And Simeon Perlin. Hey. Yeah, it's a lot of people popping in right now as I just press the magical go live button. Oh, my phone is beeping and yeah, everything is active. So yeah, cool. I'm well. It's the Corona times, and I've been thinking about streaming for a long time, actually. The reason why I haven't been doing it is because I don't have any studio space at home. In my studio space, the internet is shit. So right now I'm back home, set up a little place here, and it's what I'm thinking maybe I should do more streams. So hello everyone. Hey, nice to see you all. Hi there, Matthew. Nice to see you again. Mike Gomez. Hi. Yeah, I'm well. iPad mirror is cool. Thanks, Jay. It was working. It's a solution, at least. Also, that means that this is going to be in focus, which is not the case with the mirror. Anthony is here. Salut. Sasha. Oh, Sasha. Hey, you're there. Nice to see you, mate. How are you? Sasha Dza, he's a really cool, very talented musician from Moscow that I met last year. Yeah, so my idea here, this is the thing. I've prepared my whole live set on the Octatrack, and the thing is, when I created the whole Octatrack album, the album I called Not Pop, the thing is that I created them not with a playlist in mind. So when I press bank here, can you see? I'm gonna keep an eye on the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna press it. Yeah, have it around there. Should be fine. So when I press bank here, you can see all of the banks where there are songs. It's just that when I'm performing, I want to start on bank 1 and then move on to bank 2 and 3 and 4. So that I could just keep my head in the music. But right now it's like I made a proper set list. Like first play bank 5, then play bank 7. And this is no good when I'm performing live. Also, what I want to do is to when I'm reaching the end of bank, what is going to be in bank 1, I want to make a couple of patterns with crossovers where I kind of bring in some of the new song into the end of one song, and then I finally switch over to the next one. And in order to do that, it'll bring me so much peace to just do that in a successive order. And then I could also type what I usually do here. I'm not sure if you can see these tiny details here, but I usually type in the part name what BPM I want to run at. So by the end, I'm coming to the place in the Octatrack set where I want to switch to another, to the next bank. I could actually go to a different part and call that the new tempo, because this is like the big thing with the Octatrack. I never remember the tempos. Or is there anyone out there now that know for sure that they have introduced tempo per pattern now? Have they done that in the Octatrack? I haven't kept up to date with the very latest firmware. But in any case, what I want to do today is to rearrange everything. I made like a really lame sketch here. Let's see. Which is kind of illustrating what I'm going through. Number 5 is going to bank number 1. First of all, bank number 1, what's there? It's expendable, I guess, but I should move it away first. So there's a lot of moving away, yeah. So a lot of double checking, a lot of backup saving. But it needs to be done because, yeah, every time I perform on the Octatrack, it's the same thing. It's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna have to watch my set list to see bank, double checking the bank, and yeah, all of that. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep up with the live chat as well as actually doing this, but I need to keep my head level. Paris in the house. Hey, Paris, nice to see you. I mean, nice to see the whole town of Paris being represented here. So maybe what I do first is just play a song, actually. Yeah. And Danila Please says definitely no BPM per pattern. Yeah, I haven't seen that being mentioned. I've seen it being mentioned in just about every forum because everyone wants it. But I haven't seen it being mentioned. Okay. And Taj Salad says, can you address dark side versus light side real quick? Well, when I'm referring to the dark side in the title of this video, the dark side for me was more the fact that rearranging stuff on the Octatrack, like moving patterns here and there, that is not cool. It's a very inconvenient way of working, but that's just like something I need to go through. So that's the dark side. So maybe it gave you some other ideas of what dark side was, but that was my idea here. Okay, Joe LaRocco, bro, you're such an inspiration. Thank you so much. That is stuff. Hearing that from people that I know are doing stuff themselves, that's super. Yeah, it means a lot to me. Okay, so I'm gonna play a song. Let's see. Like the first one, IDM. This is not IDM. Bank 5. Going to bank 5. Pattern 1. BPM 134. Press it there. 134. There you go. So the way I've arranged just about every track in this set is rhythms on the left, tones on the right, hi-hat, additional percussion, kick drum. And these are a bit varied, but yeah, like take the hi-hat first. And this particular song is really kind of field recorded stuff. So these are actually recordings of me doing stuff like this. And this. Stuff like that. And I made a sound pack of that. Track 2. Also field recordings of yeah, like stuff. I was at a factory and sampled everything from a factory. Track 3. Other kinds of nice percussive, like trash cans and other things. This is a huge trash can or container. And yeah, there was nothing there right now. And track 4, more kind of kick drum territory, and together. And knowing that, and knowing that that I have kind of the same, like what I know for sure is kick drum and hi-hats, and in this case the hi-hats are not like regular hi-hats, but it's still kind of the same function. Knowing that it's almost the same all the time makes it easy for me to mute, to cue up behaviors. Yeah. So the other side, let's see what I've got here. Additional percussion actually. And number 6, a bass and some stuff. And yeah, that's it. Number 7. Yeah, stuff like that. That's it. Number 8 is that. Yeah. So I've sampled all the tones that I need to perform this particular song and sliced them into this. So before making the song, I had a good idea of what, how I wanted to do it, but then in the end, when I started working on the Octatrack with these samples, it became something new that I hadn't prepared. So I prepared the tones, I prepared like different and then if I want to just reach in and do a little solo, I could do that without having too much risk of playing the wrong notes. So yeah, this is IDM. Would sound something like this. I haven't rehearsed this, so let's see. Probably start like this. Have some scene changes. Maybe there's some delays. Take a new pattern. Sometimes just mute the kick drum as an accent. Mute. And then, I don't know what this is. Clean up the beats a bit. A sort of build-up or a negative build-up. 1, 2, 3, and some delays. Jumping to let it run one more. Add some craziness. drum again. I have some accents here, I think. And now, going further into the song. And I think some scratching on number 12. Some repeats. And going to number 9 pattern. So this would be kind of the beginning of a transfer from this song to the next song, but I haven't done that yet. So this could be the end of this song, and then I move over to the next one and do it. So this could be one song, and I didn't really keep up with the chat while I was performing, but yeah, yeah. Your voice really makes the track better. Well, thank you. Yeah, I should talk while playing. Yeah. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Nick. Matthew Williams. The trig buttons confuse me. I assume you get a more granular view of the sequencer on the display. I assume to make more sense when it's in front of it. Yeah. Let's see. I don't have a zoom lens right now, so I can't really zoom in on the sequencer, but maybe if I put more like here. Okay, so what I want to do now, first thing in my task today, move bank number 5 to let's bring this out. Okay, I want to move bank number 5 to bank number 1. So how do I do that? It's just a really manual labor, copying and pasting a lot of stuff and making sure that you don't mess up. So what I'm gonna do is first to save this, save, yes, and then I'm gonna go in there and save. How do you save? Save to new. So I'm gonna call this C. Yeah, I'm gonna call it. No, I know what I was gonna call it. I'm gonna call it Not Pop, because that's the album. Not Pop 1. Yes. So now I know that I have a previous version that's called Freitag, because that was the previous name, and now I've got a brand new file that we're going to work on. So we have that backed up. We can always return to that. So first, bank 5. I want to put everything that is in bank 5 to bank 1. What I would like to do is press bank and copy, but nothing happens. Bank and copy is not a thing. So bank 5 function and copying, not a thing. It's copying pattern. Copy pattern. You can copy pattern. You can also copy what's called a part. So pressing part, function and copy, I copy a part. In the Octatrack, a part is all the settings in a bank, and you have 4 of those. So you can change whichever sound is loaded into whichever slot, but the sequencer is still going to be exactly the same. It's a tricky concept, but it's powerful to make changes or to make different versions of the overall sound by just changing everything but not the sequencer. So what I'm going to do first is going to check out bank number 1 here, see if it's something I want to say. It's pretty cool. It's the first song I made with these samples. So I think maybe the first thing I'm going to do is move bank number 1 to a safe position. So how about 16? What is that? Maybe I already started to do it. So bank 1. Okay, bank 16. Pattern 1. Okay, I'm gonna move everything from bank 1, pattern 1. Okay, starting with moving the part. Function and copy, part 1. Moving to bank 16, track 1, part 1, function and paste. So I have now moved all this, or copied all the settings from bank 1 to bank 16. Okay, good. I'm gonna now start copying all the 8 patterns. So I'm there. I'm gonna shut down the part, copy pattern, no, bank 16, pattern 1, paste. Bank 1, pattern 2, copy. Bank 16, pattern 2, paste. Bank 1, pattern 3, copy. This is the tedious work that I was bank 1, 4, not looking for. Bank 4, 1, 5, copy. 16, 5, paste. 1, 6, copy. 16, 6, paste. 1, 7, copy. 16, 7, paste. 1, 8, copy. 16, 8, paste. So now I should in theory have copied everything over. So let's just take and listen to one of the. We're now in bank 16. Everything's been moved here. And let's see. Yeah, next. And also when copying the part, all of the effect settings are also copied as a part of the part. So yeah, so far so good. So that means that bank number 1 is now ready to receive its pattern. So let's see. I'm gonna read some comments. Hi Cuckoo, why don't you use elk held? I have no idea what elk held is. Is that a software? Just acquired a Mark II unit. It says Django. Very helpful to see your workflow. Yeah, thanks. Hello, Cuckoo, says Vulcanized. Hello, Vulcanized. Nice to meet you. You don't have Octaedit. Well, I've seen Octaedit, and I'm waiting for the new version. And currently, the old version is not guaranteed to work with the new Octatrack firmware. So I'm staying out of Octaedit for now, and the new Octaedit version has not been formally announced or introduced. So right now it's like a little limbo. Octaedit is a third-party software solution for doing stuff like this, managing your banks and everything. But yeah, and Overbridge does not work with the Octatrack. So there is no official way to do this kind of work outside of doing it on the Octatrack itself. Yeah. Okay. Oh great, you can check the latency because you see the chat in this stream. Yeah, actually what I'd like to do first, when let's see, where is the, I'm gonna check out the link itself and just see. Oh, that's super low latency actually. Not super low, but I'm gonna see, I'm gonna measure the latency. That's a good thing. Let's see. Stopwatch. Okay. Start. So when I see this, I'm gonna see how much latency this is. So there we go. 9, almost 10 seconds delay. Okay, that's manageable. That's manageable. Cool. That's lyric material right there. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna continue now. So I moved bank 1 out of the way, so I'm gonna move bank 5 into bank 1. Gonna keep my eyes on the workflow. So first thing I do is copy the part. Bank 5, pattern 1, part. Copy the part, copy. Bank 1, pattern 1, part. Paste the part. Whoa, the name didn't. Oh, that's unfortunate. The name of the part did not transfer in the copy. Okay, so the name was actually called 134, which is the tempo. So I'm gonna head over to this again. I could probably copy, let's see, part, edit, rename, copy name. That's a lame way to do it. Bank 1, pattern 1, part, edit, rename, function, and paste. Okay, so now I've pasted the name as well. Yeah. So 5 to 1. 5, 1. Copy. 1, 1. Paste. 5, 5, 2. Copy. 1, 2. Paste. 5, 3. Copy. 1, 3. Paste. 5, 4. Copy. 4. Paste. 5. Copy. 5. Paste. 6, 6. No. Ooh, doing a mistake there. 5, 6. Copy. 1, 6. Paste. 5, 7. Copy. 1, 7. Paste. 5, 8. Copy. 1, 8. Paste. 5, 9. Copy. 1, 9. Paste. Okay. Have we successfully moved everything from bank 5 to bank 1? Let's try it. First of all, part at 134 BPM. Yeah. Okay. Sounds promising. That was weird. Number 4. Okay, number 4 is wrong. Okay. Bank 5, pattern 4. Okay. Copy. Bank 1, pattern 4. Paste. One mistake. Spotted. Yeah. 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 I think we did it. We copied bank 5 to bank 1 and it's sounding as I expected. So I'm going to save this. Save project. Yes, crossing my fingers. Okay. Yeah. Can you use... okay, I'm gonna check the live chat a little bit. Albus says, amazing contact. Is Octatrack your main machine as a producer, Cuckoo? Many times, yes. Not every time. I have too much stuff, so I use a lot of stuff. But the Octatrack, I come back to it a lot because I think it's really powerful and fun to use. Slicing up a lot of samples and playing it and doing the scene changes. It's expressive. I think it's one of the most expressive sequencers when you set it up to be expressive, and that's what I like. So when I was gonna make my album called Not Pop, which is available for free download, I took out the Octatrack and said this is gonna be my only, like, my main station, main machine. So in many cases, in many ways, yes, it is my main machine, but it doesn't rule out any other things. Yeah. So Marcus says, thanks for all the useful information you've given a complete novice to explore this amazing subject. Well, happy to hear that. This is stuff that means a lot to me personally. When I started out with the Octatrack, I was a novice too, so I was super frustrated, but then eventually get to learn it, and yeah, it's good. ASMR keyboard sounds. Yeah. Loving the sound of the buttons. Yeah, I'm happy you love the sounds, but that, I mean, the microphone is like, yeah, you can see it on the iPad. It's about, I don't know, 30 centimeters away. So that's good that it's not too much interfering. Walter Follick says, I'm so glad you're live streaming. Yeah, I'm glad I'm doing it too, and thanks for stopping by. This is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, but pulling down the exposure to make it professional. Okay. Missed one, bank one press. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm not reading the chat while I'm copying because then I'm definitely gonna mess up. So okay. In a setting, Amor J says, in a setting of Digitact or Digitone, not sure. Digitact plus Digitone plus Octatrack, what would be your master clock? That's that's a good question. I think for me, it would be the one that you feel most comfortable with. And if you have saved BPM per pattern, and that is part of your workflow, then you should have one of those machines, the Digitone or the Digitact, as the master. Because Octatrack does not save clock per pattern. So that's going to make it much easier for you to transfer between songs. But if you are more of you're wiggling the BPM live, then it doesn't really matter. I'd say the one that you consider being the main arrangement. Does the tiny screen bother you, says Dream Crash? No, it doesn't. I think this is very viewable from many. I mean, on this camera and this lens, this is like a super wide lens. It looks even smaller, but I think it's very readable. So it doesn't bother me. Like the previous generation is not very readable from every angle, and that was more bothering than the size of it. I think it's very useful. It has the information it needs. It's not tiny. It's just kind of small. Matthew Williams says, is the Zoya in your Octatrack flow as a send effect, or happy with it? Well, actually, with this set, I'm keeping the Zoya next to it. I don't have it set up right now, but I'm keeping the Zoya, I don't know, on the right or left side. I'm using that as a master effect. I have a master dynamic EQ, and I have some master reverbs, and what else? Like, yeah, EQ and reverb, and some delay. Yeah, like a tape trick that I've created on the Zoya. Like, to whenever I want, I can play it backwards, so making like a tape stop, like an additional layer. I would have liked maybe more of a sophisticated way to send effects just when I need it, but I've figured out it's easier to have it on the master. Okay, I'm gonna continue now to so that's this one is done. Yeah, it's good. I'm gonna do this. So the next song is song number 7, going to bank number 2. Bank 7 sounds like this, and it's in 130 BPM. So is this okay? Yeah. I'm wondering, it sounds like something is missing. I'm just gonna try some slices here. Ooh, that is super loud. Just gonna check the... Is this... Sounds like something was missing there. I started out like this. Yeah, then come there. This could be a song where I actually play a little bit live on an additional keyboard. So yeah, actually this is probably one of the songs which I edited and changed a bit, and I haven't truly gotten it where I want it to be on the Octatrack yet. So okay, I'm still gonna copy it to slot number 2. So starting out with the part, it's gonna be on pattern 1 just to make sure. Copy part, bank 2, 7 2 7 2. Yep. So 7, no, 2 1. The question is, should I copy this as well? This is a kind of cool. Maybe I should safe copy this too. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'm gonna copy that too because it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna copy bank 2 to bank 15 first. Let's do that. Bank 2, part 1, copy. Bank 15, 1. Did I do it? Yeah. Yeah. Paste. 2. Okay. Turn off part. Bank 2. Double check. Bank 15 is looking as if it's empty, even though I copied the part. Let's hope the part is being copied. Copy. 15. 15, 1. Paste. 2, 2. Copy. 15, 2. Paste. 2, 3. Copy. 15, 3. Paste. Did I do it? I'll do it again. Copy. 15, 3. Paste. 2, 4. Copy. 15, 4. Paste. 2, 5. Copy. 15, 5. Paste. It's like music, like 2, 6. Copy. 15, 6. Paste. 2, oops, 2 7 copy, 15 7 paste, 2 8 copy, 15 8 paste, 2 9 copy, 15 9 paste. Yeah, but this is like super tedious work, but when you get into it, you get into this kind of musical repetitive zone. It's like 1 2 copy, 1 2, like finding it finding the rhythm in it. So now we've copied it to bank 15 for safekeeping. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So bank, what we were going to do, bank 7 and part copy, bank 2 1 part paste. Okay, so bank 7 1 copy, 2 1 paste, 7 3 copy, 2 3 paste. Bank, actually pattern 2 there could be cleared. Whoa, that is hardcore. Yeah, okay. Bank 7. Okay, bank 7 4 copy, 2 4 paste, 7 5 copy, 2 5 paste, 7 6 copy, 2 6 paste, 7 7 copy, 2 7 paste, 7 8 copy, 2 8 paste, and then oops, yeah, that was lost. I've got some extra patterns here. Let's check them out. Okay, I'm gonna copy that. Is that the same? It's a version of this. So I have an extra here. It's the same, right? Maybe I'm gonna copy that to 11. Copy pattern to 11, paste, and then number 9 was a leftover from the earlier. So that's gonna be cleared. All right. I saw another one there as well. So 7. I'm not sure. Let's copy it just to have it. Copy, back to 16, paste. Okay, done. Let's check it out. 1. Pattern 2. Back 2. Okay. Sounds promising. I'm gonna have to work on this one. Yeah. Okay, this pattern actually didn't end up in the finished song, but I ended up using it in the live performance. Okay, sounds good. I'm going to save this. Function, save, yes. And comments, yeah. Getting into the groove. And let's see. Okay. Ashel 1985 has the big question. Should I go for the dig attack or save for the Octatrack? There is no proper answer for that. The Octatrack has a lot of feature that the dig attack doesn't, but the dig attack has a more modern sound engine. It generally just sounds better, has a more transparent compressor. It has a simpler workflow, but this has stereo samples. So if the stereo sound is something that you care a lot about, then this is the way to go. But the Octatrack is much more fun to work with, I'd say. It's a fun machine. I made a lot of music with the Octatrack, and I find it, I find it more fun to work with this. But once you get to a certain point and start to rig this to behave the way you want it, now there are two different things. I think what I enjoy the most with the Octatrack with the Digitact is to mess it up and return. Like you can do this, you can hold a track to edit all the tracks at the same time. Control all. And when you do that, you can arrive at some very unexpected and fun places. And on the Octatrack, I don't arrive at those unexpected territories. It behaves more as you would control it and assume. But with the Digitact, I feel like it's a more fun road to get to certain points. But yeah, in this case, I turned to this because I like the stereo sound. I wanted field recordings to be part of the sound, and I don't know. There's no answer. You have the answer. Taj Salid says, could you run through the effects one day of the Octatrack? Yeah, I could do that. I think it's part of one or two of my tutorials. It may be buried in there, but yeah, a lot of them are useful. A lot of them are kind of, I don't know, a little bit dated, maybe technology-wise. There is like the reverbs, for instance. Electron is known for having super smooth and nice reverbs nowadays, but this one was kind of before they rewrote the whole reverb. So the reverbs, and this is maybe not the best. It's useful, but I prefer the ones in the new one, actually, in the like Digitact and Analog Forward. Yeah, the name of my album is called Not Pop, and this is actually part of the of the album artwork. The first version, I think. I can't remember. Is that? Yeah, you can download it on my web store, store.truecuckoo.com, and if you want to, you can donate. You don't have to. It's free. It's also part of YouTube's audio library, so you can download the whole album and use in your own videos in social media. Can you use an Akai Pro Live to do the same thing? Akai MPC Pro Live? I guess so. Like in this case, I'm playing samples. But what this does is that every scene that I prepare, this is reaching into every setting on not every second, but the settings that I set it to reach into, and then modify those in one slider. I don't know if the Akai MPC Live can do that. Maybe. I don't know. But the Akai stuff, they're good. Okay, let's see. Move ahead a little bit. Digitone or Digitac says freeze. When just getting into the hardware world, I can't decide between the two. Well, yeah, there are two very different things. I think the Digitone with its clear, sharp FM synthesis done in a way that is fun to work with, and the Digitac, which is, you need samples, of course. So samples versus synthesis. It's I think you just need to feel like what's making you tick. Is it? Yeah, I think both are really good. For me, I've spent much more time with the Digitact. I've just enjoyed to use that more, I think. But that's not saying anything bad about Digiton. The Digiton is one of Electron's most, the most popular machines after all. So it's super, super cool. But if you're unsure, there's also the new model Cycles, which is also an FM synth, even easier to use than the Digiton. So that could also be an option if you go for a Digitact and then realize that, oh, I still want the tones, then you could check out the model Cycles, for instance. I really don't know. I don't want to push anyone to buy anything, so do your research and yeah. Let's see. A few more. How big? Let's see. Old Beat says, hello, I love the album. It's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm actually quite happy with the album too. I think it's the best I've done, actually. Sasha Kolenko says, this is most likely my very first time watching a live stream ever. Whoa, cool. Maybe I did once when Felix jumped from the stratosphere. Yeah, but cool. It's cool to have you here, Sasha. I wish I could visit you again once the world is stable. Bruno Gubelli says, how big is the learning curve as a beginner at the Octatrack? It can be steep, but I've done a couple of tutorials of ways to get into it. It doesn't have to be steep. That the daunting thing is that there's a lot of things you can do and a lot of ways to do it, and that is usually what's making people freak out. But if you just want to place a couple of samples and play them on the timeline, that's a really good way to start. If you want to do live looping, that is more complex, but it's totally doable. It's a little bit steep to get over the learning curve, like the initial threshold. But yeah, if you see someone perform on the Octatrack and you're like, well, that I want to do that, then you can learn how to do it, I'm sure. Okay, let's see. I love this live stream. Way to go through, says Scotty Cagno. Thank you so much, Scotty. And Joe LaRocca says, what OPZ module would you want them to make? OPZ module. Yeah, that's a good question. I got some pretty good connectivity. Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't know. Whoa, thank you. I see it. Like, I just put up the super chat here, which is a way for people to throw in a little donation. I think this is the first time I've ever used it, and this is the very first time I see it in action, actually. So from Zed, $2. Thank you so much, Zed. I appreciate that. Excellent content as always. Octa versus Deluge. That is a good question. I think Octatrack is, for me, once you set it up, again, once it's set up to behave as you want it to behave, I think it's much more hands-on. Like this, I might abuse it, but this is a way to do accents, like spontaneous accents. On the Deluge, I miss that. There is a way to do some spontaneous accents with the master knob, or you can do some spontaneous accents while it's running. But this, I really miss this on the Deluge currently. The Deluge has a much more open way to handle stuff. You just, first of all, everything is streamed on the Deluge, so you don't have to worry about a buffer filling up memory. And if you want to jump from one set of a song to a whole new song, you just dial it up and cue it up and then jump there. It's very open, whereas this is more a peculiar electron structure that you need to dig into. Yeah. So, but the openness of the Deluge is very, very convenient. You just, if you want to backing track there, well, just upload a backing track, and there you go. It's a long backing track, and then you can see the length of it. If you want to make a multi-sampled piano keyboard sound, just open a folder with all the sounds of a keyboard, and it's automatically spread out, and then you can play it polyphony. So in a way, in many ways, the Deluge has the upper hand. Yeah, it's covering a lot of bases. They're both really cool. I understand if people don't know which one to choose, and yeah, the Deluge is cool. I've created a set on it. I'm gonna make a tutorial later this month or maybe next month. Yeah. Dude, answer me, why am I here? Tom Fröhlich, why are you here? I watched I Am Sophie. How the hell did I end up here? I don't know. Maybe they thought that you were you needed this right now. So I'm happy you came here, Tom Fröhlich. So nice to see you here. Well, I have no idea how the YouTube algorithms work. Okay, so I've just done this successfully. So let's move on to the next one. I'm gonna move bank 6 to bank 3. Wish me luck. So bank 3, no, already messing it up. Bank 6 sounds like this. Yeah, that's the jazz one, which is in 160 BPM. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. Part 160. Copy. Back. Okay, 6 to 3, right? 6, 3. Double checking. And before I'm doing it, I think I saved, but I'm gonna save before I start copying stuff. Function save. Saving project. Done. Okay. So not paying attention to the chat while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna lose my way. So bank 6 part copy. Yes. Bank 3 6 3. Yeah. Part paste. I'm gonna go into part edit, rename, and I'm gonna call it 160. Just to remember the BPM. Done. 3. Yeah. I'm gonna go into 6 1. Copy. 3 1. Paste. 6 3. Copy. 3 3. Paste. 6 4. Copy. 3 4. Paste. 6 5. Copy. 3 5. 6 6. 3. Oops. 3 6. Paste. 6 7. Copy. Did I do that? Did I paste it? Ooh. Let's see. 6 7. Okay. 3 7. Paste. I'm just gonna double check. No, that's good. 6 8. Copy. 3 8. Paste. 6 9. Copy. 3 9. Paste. 6 610 copy, 310, 611 copy, 311 paste. And I noticed that there is some extra stuff over here. This usually I put like leftovers here. So let's see. $16. Okay, I'm gonna copy that just in case. Number 16 there. Pattern, yeah, copy, bank, 316, paste. Okay, over there. Let's run it through, try it out. Sounds good. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think it's success. So this is done. Successful. Thank you. Save. Yes. Okay. Back to live chat. This is like surgery. It says full tech. Yeah, it's kind of like surgery. And Old Beat says, do you think it's a good idea to buy the key step, or is there something better out there for the same price? I have a Volca bass. The key step, I don't know how much it is. It's reasonable, isn't it? It's not too expensive. I think the key step is in that class of small keyboards like that. I think the key step is the one with the best keyboard feel. And there's a lot of smaller ones with a less, which doesn't have a nice keyboard feel. But the one from Novation, for instance, it's like super plasticky keyboard, but lots of knobs, nice knobs, like rubbery, tiny knobs. So if you need more knobs rather than, like if you need to play the keyboard, the key step is nice. If you just use a keyboard for inputting notes onto a sequencer, for instance, any keyboard would work for that. But for a nice playing experience, I think the key step is good. Yeah, one of the best ones that I've tried in this smaller ones. Scotty Cagno says, when I see these, I always think of Korg SX1. Which one is that? SX1? Yeah, I don't know that one. Z, for real, Fortet. Yeah. Let's see. Wait, what? August says, what? Mirror replaced with an iPad? Next generation cuckoo is coming. Yeah. Well, I forgot my mirror. I like the mirror. I like to keep everything like this. This, for instance, the artwork on the I like to keep it like everything in physical presence. But the iPad is good because it's more in focus actually. But I think I'm gonna get a proper mirror, take it home. Let's see. Electron staff, please watch this live stream and make an update to the OS so we don't have to, so we do not all have to go insane. Yeah, well, thank you for being here with me so that I'm not going insane. Like doing all of this alone is kind of like, oh, come on. Like if we could do this, like function bank copy or like bank function copy. If I could do that to copy a whole bank, or maybe even do a little graphical thing like move this here, like you swap, like move it there, and then the other one gets moved to the previous one. Like there's lots of ways to do this in an elegant way. This is not very elegant, but it's the way it works now, so just have to do it. John says, what should I do if I want to create a synth-heavy, synth-wave-ish music and I have the PO33 and the PO12? Well, PO33 and 12, they're both rhythmical. They're like drum machines. So, yeah, if you want like one... You know, when I was in New Zealand a couple of weeks ago, before this corona outbreak accelerated, there was a guy there. He was playing like super heavy synthwave stuff on just a Deluge, the Synstrom Deluge. The Deluge has sampled. It's rich when it comes to samples. You can do sampled instruments. You can do sampled drum kits, sampled backing tracks if you want, and then it also has synth engine, which is regular kind of subtractive synthesis and FM synthesis. So it covers a lot of bases, and it's very elegant in design. That could be like one, if you just want to get into it, you have this one, one unit that could do a lot. The Deluge could be one of those things. But synthwave, it depends on if you want to perform it or if you just want to produce it and record it. If you want to perform it, it's good to have hardware like the Deluge, for instance, that I was mentioning. But if you just want to record it, there's a lot of software synthesizers, a lot of what's coming with the package, and then you just need a MIDI keyboard. Let's see. Harmony 23. Bleep. When you finally get on point making samples and chopping, doing some patterns and making sense, then you slap the wall with part edit command and bangs. Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna make more live streams, but right now I'm gonna rearrange everything on here. So that the next time I'm performing this whole set, it's gonna be like super smooth. You just go from one and successively moving through. So yeah, it's a lot of work to rearrange stuff on the Octatrack, or reorder more. Taj Salid asks, Cuckoo, who's your biggest Octatrack inspiration? Max Marco. I'd say my biggest Octatrack inspiration has to be Jank from Electron. He was the one who first turned me on to the Octatrack, I'd say. I was hesitant, but then I got into it and more into it, and now it's one of my main instruments. Yeah. Cool. Okay, next. Well, next. Okay, so number 4 is going to number 10. No, the opposite. Number 10 is going to number 4. So this, number 4, bank number 4 is empty. That is good. So number 10 can go into number 4 without any problems. So we got 112. Copy the part. Yeah, this one. Maybe it's a bit loud. Let's see. I think this one requires a bit of work. Okay. Let's do it. Part. Copy. So 10, 4, 4, 1. Part. paste. Rename part, I'm going to call it 112. 112. Done. Cool. Back 10, 1, copy. 4, 1, paste. 10, 2, copy. 4, 2, paste. 10, 3, copy. 4, 3, paste. 10, 4, copy. 4, 4, paste. 10, 5, copy. 4, 5, paste. 10, 6, copy. 4, 6, paste. 10, 7, copy. 4, 7, paste. And I also noticed I have some extra patterns there. Probably just save. Yeah, don't need them. 4. Yeah. Yeah, it's working. Good, good. So I'm gonna try out all the patterns. Is that it? And I think in this particular song, I was thinking playing the piano live to this, and yeah, I don't really know yet if that's the way I'm gonna do it. So a little bit of work maybe to this to get this truly ready for a live performance. I have performed it though, and it's, yeah, it works. Yeah, good. Back 4. Done. So save project. Do it. Okay. We're making progress. So back to the chat. So what are you saying while I was doing that? And hello everyone who's just happened to join in later in the chats or on this videos. Yeah, hi, nice to see you all. I can see like there's a lot of viewers here, so thanks for dropping by. That's really cool. Are you writing a book? Says Soup. Or yeah, I can't even pronounce that. No, I wouldn't say I'm writing a book. I have a lot of ideas for a comic album, like a graphic novel. Am I gonna do it? Not sure. It takes too much time. It takes a lot of time and effort. It's like writing a book is not something you do on your side. Well, maybe you could do it, but a graphical novel, that is, you're gonna do that as your main thing. Doing it on the side is super tiring, I think. Let's see. The dark. Oh, Christophe, hello. Nice to see you here. Sorry, very late. It's okay. Christophe is a good friend. He was, if you remember, a while ago I made a video about this speaker called Onde, which is looks like a guitar body kind of butchered in some odd shape, harp-like shape, and then you play music through it and it's vibrating. And Christophe, he's like the main man behind the idea there, so also part of the Continuum fingerboard team. Cool to have you here. Yeah, surprised to not see me in the mirror, says Why has your mirror gone digital? I'm confused. Yeah, it's because I forgot to bring my analog mirror to here, to my home studio. This is my home, by the way. It's where my internet works. My studio, the internet doesn't really work for this. Hi, and yeah, all of you, all the new viewers, like, hi. I get a lot of highs and emojis and stuff. Hi, like gang signs. I don't know. Is this a proper heart? Yeah, like this. Thanks for joining. Coffee and cuckoo after night of mushes. Well, thanks for hanging out. I have a cup of tea here. I forgot to drink. Actually, now during the corona outbreak, a lot of stores are still open. It's fine. I'm good. We can buy the groceries we need and all of that. But my favorite tea store is closed by the way, right now. So I've run out all the good teas. This is an Earl Grey. It's one of the good, like, better quality Earl Greys, but I don't usually drink Earl Greys. But this one, yeah, that's actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. Let's see. P.S. Simon Engel says, drums into Mimi fun. P.S. What about Analog Rhythm Mark II Mega Tutorial? That is something that just slipped away from me, and then I never kind of got back into it. I still want to do the Analog Rhythm Mark II Mega Tutorial, but for me, in my head, it's so similar to the first one in terms of functionality, so it feels a bit like I would do the same thing over it again. But yeah, I should do a mega tutorial for it. I know I should. I want to. Just has kind of constantly slipped away into something that I want to take care of later. So yeah. Harmony 23 says, how can I set different BPM in each pattern? You can't. On the Octatrack, you cannot do that. It's not a function that is there. In the arranger, you can set it up to change BPM, but per pattern you can't save it like that. Like on the other Electron machines where you can, they haven't introduced and implemented this feature into the Octatrack. I think they really should do it. I think they should do it. Alex Witztham says, have you used the Digitone and the Octatrack together? Have I? No, I haven't. I've used the Digitact and the Digitone together, but I expect it to work well. Yeah, I think it's a little bit mysterious sometimes of how you set it up, but once you set it up and you let one device send clock and send program change and the other one follow that, I really like to set it up in the way that since if they're both Electron machines, if the patterns are exactly the same on both of them, that is making it so much easier to like queue up a pattern change here and then knowing that it will queue up and play on the other one at the same time. But this one has 16 banks, which is the only Electron machine that has 16 banks. All of the other ones have 8 banks. So that is making it, or maybe some of them have 6 banks now of the new model series. So if you're going into bank number 9, what happens on the other ones that don't have 9 banks? That is something to take into account. Can you change the BPM with a MIDI foot switch, for instance? I mean, you can tap tempo, but that's kind of shitty. I think you can set up a CC message to change the tempo, I would assume. or just have like a master MIDI clock somewhere that you can program to make the changes for you. If you, yeah, so it can receive clock and follow an external clock. So if, for instance, a Octatrack is the external clock, the master clock, this could follow that and will be perfect sync. I can't get an Electron Model Cycles or a Behringer TD3. No one has them in stock. Model Cycles not in stock. Wow. Well, maybe they're just struck by the current crisis going on in the world. Like, I think the Model Cycles, the new FM synth from Electron, I think it's one of their most fun, low-cost devices that they have right now, I think. So I would assume that this is going to be a good seller, and they will restock. But right now, there's a lot of manufacturing delays in the world, so maybe you just have to kind of keep your patience. Did you search a way to use the OPZ and the Octatrack together? I haven't really done it, but since the OPZ, it's very configurable how it receives clock and everything. You could probably just sync it up. It depends on what you expect it to do, I think. Okay. I'm gonna take the next song here, which is called "This Is Not a Dolphin." It currently lives on track number 14. I'm going to send it to track number 5. And number 5 has already been copied, so I could just overwrite it. Yes, 14 to 5. So bank 14. It's a special song. Just this one backing track that I made on the Osmos when I had access to play the Osmos, a pre-production model. And then I'm just making tunes on top of that backing track. It's like a one take. I was playing this super fluid, expressive synthesizer called the Osmos. It's coming out later this year. And I bet they might also have delays because of the corona crisis. But yeah, when I made this song, I had this recording and I was like, whoa, maybe if I just put some beats on there, it's not synced or anything, it's just playing beats on top of that smooth ambient recording. Yeah, I liked it. So what I'm gonna do now is to copy number 4, bank 14 to bank 5. Okay. 14, it's part 101 BPM. I was playing it a bit quick. 14 to 5. Yeah, 5. Which is now this song, which I'm gonna totally overwrite. Paste. Part edit, rename. 101. So this is the procedure I'm going through now. And bank 14.1. Copy 5. 14.5. Okay. 5.1. Paste. 14.2. Copy. 5.2. Paste. 14.3. Copy. 5.3. Paste. 14.4. Copy. 5.4 paste, 14.5 copy, 5.5 paste. Okay, and then we have a lot of cleanup to do. Okay. Okay. Starts all right. Go to the other pattern now, queuing up. Number 3, queuing up. There we go. It's kind of a waiting pattern. Going to number 4, should be more hectic. Number 5, queuing up. There we go. Yeah, it works. And number 6 is leftovers from the earlier song, which is totally wrong now because all of the settings are different. So from 6 and here I should just clear, 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 clear. There we go. Bank 5. This is not a dolphin. And I have this on the first, let's see, this track here. This track. It's set up to start on trig number 1, but I've set it to be one of these yellow. So the way to start a yellow trig is it's not going to start unless I double tap the stop button. I arm it or something. Yeah, and then it starts once and then it just plays. Cool. I'm happy. So we got bank 5, save project. There we go. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. I think this is gonna be it for the live stream. I'm just gonna talk a little bit more with you and then play one of the songs. If you have a specific wish for one of the songs that I just perform it, so you can just give me your tell me which one you want me to play, basically. So let's see if there's anyone saying anything here in the live chat. Yeah. By the way, Christoph says, by the way, I have a bunch of nice FM presets nearly ready for the Osmos. That's super cool. Like right now, the Osmos is going into the next phase, and I bet that the hardware is getting finalized, and a lot of presets are being built to work specifically for the Osmos synthesizer. So I haven't had time to contribute with any sounds for the Osmos myself. And maybe my Chinese flute is in there somehow. I don't know. But yeah, if I have the time, I'm gonna contribute to the Osmos as well. Speldosa says, I'll probably sell my Octatrack Mark II and just keep my analog 4 and analog rhythm. Yeah, I think the Octatrack is certainly not for everyone. I tend to enjoy it. I create a lot of sounds and just throw it in here and slice it up, and I enjoy that workflow. But if you don't enjoy the workflow, then, sell it to someone that does. Joe Y says, sounds good, whatever specs are thrown around. I can't buy a sense of rhythm. Alex Vitham says, this song reminds me of Fez. Yeah, maybe it does. Oh, that's true. I never thought about that. Leander says, okay, this is actually a really terrible thing to watch. Okay, feel sorry for you using this. Okay, yeah, I'm totally fine with this. Some of the workflow is not the best, but other than that workflow, I think it works really efficiently for performing. So some of the setting up is not the best, but I can live with that. Okay, Mark McComb says, yes, I love this. Is not funk. This is not funk. Okay, I'll keep it in mind and see if I can perform that. Make something with the model cycles. Well, in another video, I'm going to do that. Not in this one. Talk about how you make your found sound so nice. Yeah. How do I make it sound so nice? I don't know. Like this. Maybe not this. I don't know. I think what I do is I create a lot of sounds. I record it in DAW. I'm using Logic Pro, and I'm using Fab Filters, mixing and mastering plugins. Like Fab Filters EQ is very good. Fab Filters limiters and multi-band compressors is very good. And then I pre-produce every sample in a way that I think it sounds good together as a track, and then I send the samples over to the Octatrack. So I don't use much of the EQs and filters on the Octatrack. That is all pre-produced in order to make it sound as good as I can before I start making music on the Octatrack. So for me, it's more of it's like half the process is on the in a DAW. Maybe not half, but a good deal of the preparations is done on a computer, and then I'm going to then I'm recomposing it here, and then it's taking a new direction every time. So yeah. Oh, Edmund Egan is here. Well, that is nice to see you, Edmund. Edmund is like the master sound human from the Continuum fingerboard team. He is the one who made it sound so delicious and specified how the sound engine should work and all that. Chinese clarinet, actually, my mistake. Chinese fluke will make it. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so then I'll have like one Chinese clarinet sound that I designed in the Osmos. It's been confirmed from the source. That's nice. Play the third track on your last album. Third track. Which one is that again? iTunes. Gotta check the tracks here recently. Where is it? I'm gonna find my own. Sometimes finding your own songs, not pop. This is not jazz. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna play that. This is not jazz. Song number 3. Speldosa says, I'm really looking forward to the Osmos. I hope it'll be as nice to play as it looks. Yeah. Like, I played a very early model, and it was very, very nice to play. And I think Expressive E, they're super picky about quality, so they're not going to release anything that they're not happy with. So I have good faith. Yeah. Cool. Well, I think I'm gonna end this little live stream here by playing song number 3 here, which is now in the right order, and It's called This Is Not Jazz. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. In this chat, this is the first time that I've actually turned on something called Superchat, which is a way to throw in a one-off donation through YouTube. I've never used this before. I was very curious to see if I had access to it first, and it looks like I have. And some people sent me a little dollar here and there. So thank you so much for your donations, everyone. And everyone at Patreon, thank you so much for consistently helping me out every month by sponsoring my work. That means a lot to me. So cool. I'm going to first make a little skateboard trick, like maybe how about a nose crooked, and then we're gonna grab it out, shove it, land there. And track number 3, 160 BPM, and I'm gonna play This Is Not Pop. Maybe I should fade out the mic to not have too much click-clack going on. And usually when I perform this, I'm also using the Zoya on the side to add a little bit more atmosphere to the mix and to tame. It's like a multi-band compressor stuff. So this is gonna sound a little bit more raw, I guess. 3, 1, 160. Yeah, let's do it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's gonna be my last performance of today. This Is Not Jazz. towards the end. Thank you everyone for joining in. It's been a great live stream, everyone, and thanks for keeping me company. Let's jam on the piano a bit. Yeah, there you go. A little abrupt ending there, but thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me while reordering the stuff on the Octatrack. It's been a really great chat, pleasant chat, everyone. So thanks, and thank you everyone who reached out to throw in a little donation. That means a lot to me, especially during these times. So thank you. And yeah, David Rogers. I'm gonna read a couple of. Oh, Nara Soul is here. Hey, I'm so glad you made it here, Nara. You're a big inspiration to me. Thank you so much. I hope, in the midst of all this craziness in New York, that you're doing okay. Yeah, thanks for popping by, Nara. And let's see, Walter Fullick, so good. Thank you so much. I think this is one of my favorite tracks in this set to play. So I'm gonna try to make the other tracks come to this level. This kind of stands out to me as being a little bit better than the other tracks when it comes to performing it live. So yeah, I'm gonna work on my live set a little bit and plan to do a proper live stream where I play the whole set and see where it's at there. Yeah, thanks. Danila Plea, your songs are just amazing, like an endless stream of non-repeating music. Thank you. That means a lot to me. Thanks. Christoph, thanks for coming. Bravo, thank you. Boris, inspiring, thank you. Joe Y, my dad is better. yeah, I'd love to see your dad play, mate. That'd be great. David Rogers, badass. Thank you. Well, Russia, Max from Russia, thanks for joining in, mate. Andre Hoffman, thanks. Nice to see you again. And groovy as ever before. Thanks. Yeah. Taj Salid says, Cuckoo, really need to know your thoughts on the parallels between the Octatrack community and the Star Wars universe. I have no idea. No comment. Inspiring. Gonna plug my Octatrack back in. David Rogers. Yeah, do that. The Octatrack it's super cool. But like with everything, you kind of, like with acoustic instruments, you don't grow tired of one thing and just hop onto another. But with electronic music instruments, you kind of tend to do that more easily than with with other things. So, but I think that just totally nerding out and becoming really good on one instrument, that is always paying off. So yeah, get back into it and learn more and become friends with your hardware. Were all the piano stabs yours or sampled? All of the piano stuff is stuff that I've recorded myself from me playing on my own piano with my own microphones, and then I've resequenced it. So on the album it sounds a little bit different, but it's the same recordings. But here I've resequenced it so in a way that works a little bit better here. So, and then I also have access to play the samples that I've chopped up. Yeah, so I have everything accessible right here in my fingers to break in whatever I want. It's not replacing real piano though, but it's taking the piano to a different place. It's clearly a different place than playing it on the piano. And this is the thing that I mean when I recompose things afterwards. It becomes a new thing. Composing with samples is not the same as writing notes for an acoustic instrument or improvising on an acoustic instrument. It's different. Yeah. Well, thank you once again. I'm gonna end the stream, and I hope to see you again. And yeah, I'm gonna try to do at least one live stream a month, maybe even more, especially in these days where we're kind of locked inside and trying to fight the spread of the virus going out in the world, so that the poor and brave people working at the hospitals all around the world can keep doing their job and not get an unnecessarily amount of sick people at once. So let's stay inside and help the hospitals out. Yeah, in any case, thank you so much once again. I'm going to end the stream now. And Nara Soul, glad you made it. Stay well, you too. And everyone else. Peace out. End stream.